So, for making spätzle, you will need some special equipment. Some pieces of equipment more special than others. We will use the chili to demonstrate which piece of equipment we are referring to. Number 1, the knife, preferably sharp. Number 2, a wire whisk, or some other mixing device, such as the wooden spoon here. Also, later on we will demonstrate how important this piece of equipment is, a large spoon with holes in it. And as you may also be able to see, all of these pieces of equipment are sitting on top of a wooden cutting board, also very useful. You will also need one mixing bowl, one grating device, and a very, very special piece of equipment, a Spätzlehobel. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, where on earth would I find such a device? Well, it's either your lucky day, or we would recommend that you consult your nearest Swabian. You will also need one pan, one pot, and one heat-proof bowl. Beautiful example. The components for a successful Kässpätzle. Eggs from chickens, but you're welcome to do what you want. Onions, we will be peeling and chopping them later. Flour, obviously important. Oil. Here down below we have two different kinds of cheese. Over here an Emmentaler, basically important, something a little milder. And also a Bergkäse, a cheese of the mountains. Possibly difficult if you happen to live far away from mountains happen to be. The point being is it should be a little bit stinky. Over here we have some salt, and here, for later, a little bit of water. God, that's refreshing. It's hard work. The next phase, making spätzle dough. So, we're going to pop in our 500 grams of flour. Beautiful. Steffen, if you would be so kind.
Sure, I'd love to.
Wonderful. And now we're going to add some salt. Let's say a pinch. My doctor would say that my pinches are a little too big. I think we're good with that. That's a Swabian pinch, by the way. And now we're going to add some eggs. Why don't you start on your side, Steffen? I'll start over here. 3 each. Between 5 or 6 for half a kilogram, which is about 1 pound of flour. Should be okay. Add those puppies in. Great. Wonderful. No shell in the batter. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that must be number 6 here. Now, what we have to mention is the fact that even though we're giving you a particular recipe, the issue is that it can change, depending on a number of different factors, such as humidity, temperature, latitude, and geographical region. In which case, at the end of the day, what's really important is the consistency. Now we're going to mix. As you can see, especially using a wooden spoon, the mixing process can take an extremely long time. In which case, let's pause and continue on. As we can now plainly see, the mixture is still a little bit dry, even after having attempted to mix thoroughly. In which case, we're going to add a splash of H2O to the mix. Perfect.
We need some more.
I think we do too.
I think we need a lot. We need a lot more.
I think you might be right. The issue is, though, guys, what we want to remember is You can always add more, but taking the water out of the mixture is extremely difficult. Unless you have a dehydrator or something like that. Now, after having mixed, as we can see, we achieve the perfect consistency. Steffen, how do you know when the consistency is perfect?
Actually, I have no clue. You just have to feel it.
You feel it.
Yeah.
We're talking about emotions here. Because if you're not cooking with emotions, you're going to have bad results.
Yeah, like making cheese spätzle is kind of a passion. It's not cooking. You really have to feel how the dough is going on, how he feels, and maybe you have to talk to him. Like, how do you feel?
How do you think our dough's feeling right now?
I think he's feeling pretty good.
He feels a little bit lumpy, I get the impression.
Yeah, but he has to feel lumpy, so...
Okay.
I think he's really doing fine. So
Perfect.
listen to him, huh? What does he say? Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
Do you hear it?
I'm ready.
Okay, he's ready.
He says, you should probably start making the onions now.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
I think leave me alone and make the onions.
We should give him a couple minutes and start making the onions. Huh?
Alright, okay, let's go over to the onions.
Let's do it.
Alright, so now while we're waiting for the water to heat up, we're going over to prepare the onions. And therefore we need a lot of oil.
Maybe as a side note, if you happen to have high cholesterol or be on a diet, you probably shouldn't be making this in the first place. In which case, you have to be honest. When making these onions, you're going to need to use some oil. Okay. Go for it, dude.
So now that the oil is like very hot, we can put the onions in.
Oh, listen to that. Oh, nobody saw that. Okay.
And as you might think, oh Leah, there's a lot of onions, you will realize that they really squeeze together, and in the end there will maybe a quarter be left.
Is there really such a thing as too much onions?
Actually, you can never say there are too much onions.
Beautiful. Tell me when you're ready. Are you going to tell him?
It's ready.
I'll introduce you. Okay.
Now that we see that the water is boiling, you can choose. Either you can put some salt in there, so we have salt water.
You mean there's another option?
Yeah, there's a secret option. Like,
Should I put this back?
Yeah, put it away. We don't need the salt. So what we do have here is stock powder, and we're gonna put some stock powder in that water. So that is...
You are sly like a fox.
Swabian secret.
Steffen's Swabian Spätzle secrets.
Oh yeah.
And now we come to the most important stage, the making of the Spätzle. Take your Spätzle hobel and place on top of your pot of boiling salted water, or if you decide to employ Steffen's Spätzle making Swabian secrets, boiling stock. Now, we'll take the batter, which we prepared earlier, and put a portion of it into our Spätzle hobel. Oh, look at that. Steffen, fantastic.
Thank you.
You know what? I appreciate good work. Oh, get in there.
I think that's enough.
Yeah? Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're here because I don't know. I'm going to try and clean that up. Oh, great. And now, the key is to gently, but firmly, scrape it through. Start from the front or from the back? Steffen, what do you think?
Well, I think from the front, but actually it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Careful. There we go. Oh, wonderful. And you'll notice it's just pressing right through there. Back and forth. Scraping it through the holes. It's as easy as making Spätzle. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, try and get your dough in there. Now want to continue on with a second load, right?
Or you can just wait and park this thing on the pot.
Should we park it for a while?
Yeah, just park it in the pot.
Oh
now
my
you
goodness.
have to wait until it boils, and all the spätzle are all on top of the water.
Okay, it's almost like collecting the cream from the milk. Is that it? You want to wait until these Spätzle rise up to the top and then we're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. Do we have a large spoon with holes in it? Yes, we do.
What a coincidence.
I know, it's almost like we planned this whole thing.
And we also have a huge pot.
Of course.
Another
Great.
coincidence.
Should we start...
You can wait
collecting?
for half a minute.
Think so? Maybe I'll take this opportunity then to have a look at our onions.
Yeah.
right?
They have to be like brown.
They sound great. Oh, look at that. So you want to make sure that you're cooking them on a medium heat. You don't want to cook them too quickly. You want to give them the time they need. Oh, look at that. But don't be afraid of a little bit of browning. The natural sugars are coming out of the onions there, slowly caramelizing themselves. Beautiful. Okay, pop that one back on the top. Great.
Perfect.
Oh,
And now we can take them out.
Again. So now, Stefan, you mentioned something about giving them a shake. So you want to lift them out of there and let some of the excess moisture drop out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Great. Oh, look at those. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Couple of shakes, and we're good. Now, Stefan, what do you call these? Are these Kässpätzle, or what kind of Spätzle are there?
These are actually Kässpätzle, yeah.
Okay. Now, what does that mean? Little buttons, or?
They are like, you can call it little buttons, as you see, like the form of it, the shape. They look like.
It looks exactly like
almost like a button.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're using a little bit of culinary, license there, aren't we?
Yeah.
But as with many good things, sometimes it doesn't pay to ask questions. Now, is it okay, Stefan, if we leave a couple in there for later?
We can leave them in there, yeah.
Okay, all right. In which case, let's move on to the next batch, shall we? Oh my God, this is hochbetrieb. How would you say that? I don't know. We were really firing on all sides. I don't know. We asked before. Okay, we're back on, are we?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay. I think one of the important aspects is, Stefan, correct me if I'm wrong, is that down here we have a layer of freshly made Spätzle. One Spätzle whole bowl full. We'll call it one load.
Let's call it one load, yeah.
Okay. So now while it's still warm, we need to do something, don't we?
Oh yeah.
What is that?
Well, we actually do have a lot of cheese. And, no, seriously, we're not going to put all at once.
Don't be
So we're just going to put different layers. The first layer, as you can see, is the Spätzle. And the second layer is cheese. So the cheese can already melt during we make other loads of Spätzle. Yeah.
Beautiful. Should I carry on with the next load?
Yeah, you can carry on with the next load.
Okay.
I put some cheese in there.
Fantastic. And the onions are still
The onions are still going on.
Right. Beautiful. It's all about multitasking, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here's
Making
the
cheese
second load.
Spätzle is a really complex thing. Not everybody can do it.
But that's the thing. Swabians are at an advantage, right? Because they've been learning this stuff from birth.
Yeah. It's like the very first thing we learn, so...
Walking comes later.
Walking comes later, yeah. Maybe we learn how to speak, but then already it comes how to make Spätzle.
Mother, then Spätzle Hobel. Okay, scooping that one through, beautiful. And we're going to continue this process, what would you say, 3 or 4 times? Point being until the batter is gone and until you've used your cheese, right?
True, yeah,
Okay.
correctly.
Beautiful. There we go. All right, so that has been pushed through. Now, do you think, Stefan, if more people ate Kässpätzle, would the world be a more peaceful place?
Oh yeah, imagine how... I don't really know how to express this. It's just the process of making Spätzle is just so...
People come together, don't they?
People come together and it's full of harmony and...
Speaking of that word full, I think also after having eaten this dish, people would be too full and too tired to actually go to war.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look.
Look at the onions. Oh, they're already getting brown.
Oh, look.
It's just the way how we want it.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay. Gorgeous. Okay, do we add any salt to the onions or no?
No.
No.
Oh my God.
Everything else. Yeah, I wouldn't notice that you're wearing it at all if I was talking to you in a bar. I think it was a nice kind
Now
of...
Now we're taking out the next load of Spätzle.
God, they're ready already.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Stefan, I noticed these Spätzle, they look a little bit longer than the last ones. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's totally fine. Maybe it's because you pressed a little bit harder so the dough went through a little more quickly. And then you get longer Spätzle and not the Kässpätzle.
I see.
The same effect is when you make the dough a bit more liquid.
Okay, alright, a little thinner.
A little thinner, then it runs faster through
Understood.
the Spätzle Hobel.
Beautiful. I think that's all also important, isn't it, that not every Spätzle needs to look the same.
No.
They're all going to be consumed.
Every single Spätzle is unique.
Oh. Oh, look at those.
Oh, I think we can stop with the onions.
I think so too.
Take them out, maybe dry them a bit.
You want to dry these off? I think this is also an issue though, isn't it, Stefan? I mean, it's really up to you. Some people like their onions a little crispier. Some people don't like crispy bits at all. I think I
really like them crispy, but I think they are pretty fine. Well, maybe we can take a couple more minutes, yeah.
We do like living on the edge, don't we?
Yeah. Now I'm gonna prepare the next load. We can add some more cheese on the next layer here.
Oh, could I sprinkle?
Sure, you can sprinkle it.
Okay. Beautiful. It's a little bit difficult, I must admit. It's kind of a monochromatic dish, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit kind of yellow.
Oh, seriously?
Well, I mean, yeah. There's not a lot.
Maybe we should find some green cheese.
Is there any? Germany would be the place to find it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at these.
I think they're done now.
They're definitely done.
They look really good.
Fantastic. Just fantastic. So as you can see with the floating Spätzle here, our next load is ready. I'm going to let them drip dry and slide them over this next layer of cheese. The cheese is obviously an incredibly important component as it lubricates the surface and allows the Spätzle.
The most important ingredient ever of
Is it possible, Stefan, that people actually invented cheese Spätzle to give them another excuse to eat more cheese?
That's a good idea, but I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe we should check out the history.
I'm sure that's something you already know as a Swabian, right?
Yeah. I think there was something.
I think it's a little bit controversial. I don't know if there is really one story, you know?
Maybe there are several stories, like, I don't know. I think it has to be the story of Kässpätzle has been passed from grandfather to grandchild.
From generation to generation.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, this is one thing that is not going to be digitalized. In our lives. This is remaining analog for the
You
near
can't
future,
digitalize feelings about Kässpätzle.
Okay, getting a little bit dirty.
Right.
Now, a little bit of the water is actually dripping onto the mix here. Is that okay?
Well, that's totally fine. That's another secret of having a really good cheese Spätzle.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Stefan,
so they don't get to dry.
Aha! Keep things moist. Okay, I'm gonna leave a couple of these little floaty bits still in there. Is that okay?
Yeah. You can go for the next load.
Fantastic. Let's do that. Okay, here we are.
Leave it like that.
Beautiful. Okay. Make sure you can see that. Oh.
Oh, it's the last load.
This could be it. This is it. Okay, make sure we scrape everything out of there. Because if there's one thing I do not want to see, that is wasted dough here.
We are Swabian. We don't waste anything.
That's right. Here we go. Okay. Think we're good there?
Oh yeah, perfect. Oh yeah, do you see how it drops down?
Oh, it is raining Spätzle, brother. It's the kind of wetterliche Bedingungen that I like. Cloudy with a chance of Spätzle. I couldn't help but notice, usually in German food, Stefan, everything's got pig in it.
Yeah, but
This is an exception, right? This is actually a vegetarian dish, isn't it?
it is really vegetarian. It's one of the... It's the only meals in Germany you have without meat or pig.
In Germany, even the salad's got meat in it, doesn't it? You know?
What is it?
Fleischsalat, Wurstsalat. It's absurd. Okay, we're going to leave that amount of cheese just to sprinkle over the top, right?
Definitely.
Okay, alright.
Oh, we have a lot of cheese today.
We do.
And I think we
can... best things about being around here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Allgäu region. Oh, look at that. Are we ready to go there?
Take them out, yeah.
Oh, it is time. Time to put the crown on this.
The crown on this, yeah.
The best batch of Kässpätzle. Here we go. Oh, yes.
Oh, look at these onions. They're like perfect.
Doesn't get any better than that.
No, not really. They're like really good brown and...
Yeah, we would invite all of you to send us photos
Oh yeah.
Or your own attempts. Not just the successful ones either. Kässpätzle, that could be good. Beautiful.
So,
Oh my god.
here we go. This is our pot of Kässpätzle.
My god. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Now we can go over and finally eat.
Sound good. Sounds
Awesome.
Good. All right. Done. Beautiful. Oh. A la outside.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Beautiful.
All right.
Well, Steffen, I guess this is the end of the process.
Oh yeah. I really like the result.
It's absolutely
It's
gorgeous.
delicious. So there's only one more thing to do.
Work of art. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good wine, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Mm.
Are we fighting about something before?
Did we? I have no idea.
Guten Appetit.
Guten Appetit.
Mm.
Mm.